morning, this is Natasha from Sakura Art. Today I am going to do a quick flip through of one of the journals that I've made, and I hope you guys is going to enjoy it. So this is a 17 by 24 centimeter journal. It's quite a big journal, but it's got enough space to add extra or to make your journal go chunky. Chunky and junky. Anyway, so this journal is kind of more a plain journal, so it's got a lot of white space for you to do your own creative journaling or to write if you want to do more writing journal work. Okay, so I wanted to go with a green theme, with the green and the brown or the golden, and I have to say I really like this journal. So this journal is in my shelf, or rather it's in my stock to be sold. Anyway, so what I've done, I wanted to make a door to go almost into like a forest. So that was my inspiration for this journal. I built the cover with so it's just some cardstock that I cut out, and I went over it with crinkle paper, and then I painted and sealed it. It's also got like a keyhole in, just some embellishment that I added on to go into this yeah, just to make it more like a door. As for the signatures, this is a 4 signatures signature journal. So it's got 4 signatures in, and I just do a free binding or freehole binding and an eyelet. And also I wanted to go through with the detail of the door, so I add some extra extra cardstock this side, just to go through with that door theme, and then on the other side also, just to make it more a theme based journal. And then as for the jumps, I add different textures of strings or twine. So here's a wax one, here's ribbon, a brown ribbon, and then some green twine also with leather. As always, what I do is I leave a little bit more open for a person to add their own charms. And then this is the key that goes with the key lock, that side, and then one of my own charms that I made. So this is the charms that I make, that I always add extra for the person. So this is just a charm, and then the charm in a bottle is a rose that I put in a bottle with some green glitter, and then at the end I add a bow, just to give that little bit of a whimsical feel to it. So the inside of my journal, for the cover I add green. I wanted to go through with the green and the brown color theme. So it's got a front pocket. The front pocket have a how to journal in. Usually when a person buys this journal from me, or get a custom order, or if I get a custom order journal, or get a journal, or sorry, if someone wants to buy a journal, that usually what I do is I put like a personalized thank you letter in with a poem or just something nice for the person, and then I always add how to journal, a letter inside there, handwritten letter, because we love handwritten letter. So with the signatures, what I've done, I add extra space for a person if a person wants to add more signatures, or if you want to make your signature a little bit chunky. As I said in the beginning, I left a lot of white paper open for a person to do their own creative journaling inside. So there isn't a lot of things going on for now, but yeah. So what I've done, I put some tags in. some different tags, so a person can use the tags to write in. There's pockets inside this journal. I think it's 4 in a signature pocket, so 4 times 4 is 16, so it's around 16 pockets inside each signature. Some paper that I just decorate a little bit with some flower stamps. So obviously you're going to see there's a lot of flower theme going inside this journal. Each signature has got like scrapbooking paper that goes with the theme also. Some coloring paper or coloring cardstock paper that you can actually do some coloring in. White paper, yes, paper that I've got from like a from out of a book that I add in with a tag, so you can use this paper to put in a photo or anything. You can use this journal for a prayer journal or memory keeping journal, so, but there's a lot of place in to write. So I started to put in some tags, but I left open so the person can put in their own tags. There is some decorative, and then the tag there. I used this out of scraps of all the little bit of scraps that stayed over. So it's just staple it to give that texture to it. So also here's a journal, a book paper that I use, poems. So I use different sizes of paper inside this journal because I wanted the person to be creative in their own way, so they can, you know, paste stuff, write down stuff, but it's got different sizes also in. So I add a cluster this side with just some words that I can, some affirmation, and then a paper clip with a ribbon in. Here's a hidden paper clip, so lined paper. So you can see there's a lot of lined paper and white paper inside this journal. Not a lot of color in a sense of scrapbooking paper, colorful scrapbooking paper, but I wanted to have almost like a vintage pen. So I put here a pocket or envelope, so I pasted inside here, and inside I add just some stamps that I did on some color dyed coffee dyed paper. And you can use the stamps to decorate your paper, your journal work, or yeah. So another cluster. So what I've done here is to actually just to bring a little bit more color into it, but not to be too colorful, because as you can see it's got almost like a vintage feel to it. The brown paper and the coffee dyed paper. I actually use some old storybook paper that I took out of a storybook. I decorated with water paint. I add a flower and then some little bit space so you can journal, and you also can journal this side, and I staple it onto the paper. So it's different sizes of paper that you can write on, and then I also put like a tag on. Another paper clip, and then here you go, just some washi tape, that I think it's washi tape, or it's some lace with glue on, a double-sided, I don't know, I can't remember, but anyway, yeah. So I put that in. As you can see, enough space for you to do your to add extra signature in. And then also this side I add another note cluster in. I'm gonna call it note clusters, I don't know what you call it, but yeah. So you can actually journal on this paper. So this is the paper that I paint some flowers on and some leaves. I just wanted to go through the theme, some stamp, hidden paper clip. Here is some texture paper that I add for the tag. So as you can see, there isn't a lot of, it isn't too busy. So a person can go and also, and it's easy. So the person can follow the, like for instance, this cluster. She or he can go and make their own cluster, because there is kind of example in. Go make their own ones. Say, okay, I can add some papers and make it like this, and then it's a cluster. So I try to make it easy as possible for the person to go on their own. Here's another tag, or yeah, I think it's a tag. Okay, but anyway, some washi tape, and this is the fourth one, or the third one, sorry. Yeah, I've got different, like I said, I've got different sizes in of journal paper in, so you can actually just write down again with the green and the butterflies. Another hidden paper clip. Here's some texture paper, and here's another envelope. So the person can actually take the stuff out of the tags. I put some tags in that they can use to journal on. Yeah, so you can actually put your own things in the envelope. So for instance, if you've got something that's a little bit more private, you can put it inside this envelope. This envelope I've got from a friend that moved overseas, Jules, and they used to put their stamps inside this envelope. So I got like a whole box of it. So I really like it because you can still see a little bit, but yeah, it keeps the mystery. And then another cluster to decorate the paper, more lined paper, white paper. This is paper that I've got from a book that's got poems in. So with this, I wanted to say what you can do is, let's say I've got this paper and I want to journal, so you can just paste it with a stapler or with your glue, and then you can add the extra paper. So it's just an extra way of journaling. Inside this envelope, I add some dictionary paper, some journal tags, printouts, butterfly printouts. So I make it like this, and here the other one's got the alphabet stamps in. So what I like to do is, I've got an alphabet stamps, and I like to stamp out the alphabet like A, B, C, D, E, and then the person can go and cut out the A, or maybe I want to say rip out, but you know, yeah, just cut it out and you can make your own word. So it's got alphabet words in, and or letters in, and then also some words like love, faith, memories, date, time, hope. So that's what I like to give a little bit handmade something inside also this. So I did the stamps on color, on coffee dyed paper. I think you can still smell the coffee, and I just add words and letters that you can use in your journaling if you want to. If you don't want to, it's fine. And then some goodies. And then here's another one of those clusters that I've made with the water paint, the roses, and then a tag, a paper clip with a ribbon, a cluster. So for instance, if you get like a paper that's got like words on, or that it's got pictures on, it's the same thing. You can just add your own paper in on it, and then you can journal on it, or you can put the photos on. There's another texture paper, so I went with the green, and then I add this tag in also. So yeah, so you can just, with the tags, the cluster tags, is you can actually write down and you can just paste it, or you can give it to someone. Okay, so here's another pocket that I've added in the on this cover of this signature. It's just this cover, it's cardstock, so it's a little bit thicker, the paper, and so you can add actually a little bit more things inside here. And for the last signature is, as you can see here, I use rose stamps, some coloring paper, another cluster. I have two big, no, sorry, I've got one envelope that I add into this or brown envelope, one of the big A4 envelopes that I actually put in my signatures. What I like to do, so this is, it was my partner's Inisa University envelopes that he used when he went to university. It's got like a stack full of it, so I'm using that. I'm sorry, my chair is making sound. I just decorated a little bit, add some leftover scrapbooking paper that I put on here, so you can actually go and journal by yourself. So inside this envelope, I add more stamps in, or stamp pictures, and then more papers, so you can actually journal paper, so you can actually journal on this. And then with this is also texture paper in, so you can have a little bit texture inside your journal. So I add this side, and I just use a paper clip to, a big paper clip to just seal that paper. Here is some more writing paper, music paper, line paper. So as you can see, a little bit of, I can't remember what you call it. Anyway, and then here is another pocket, and I just add a journal card in. So I am going to add extra journal cards in also. I just didn't done it yet, or I've not done it yet. And then cluster some journal, and then at the end I add my business card, with all my details on. Okay, on this pocket. So usually my how-to journal letter is always going card. My how-to journal card is always going in the back of this also. And then another pocket, and from this side of this envelope pocket that I use as a pocket, I add some more journaling. As you can see, butterflies, and just some more journal paper in that you can actually use to journal, and some texture paper. So so this is for this green journal that doesn't have a name yet. I like to give the journals also a name. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick, it feels a little bit a little bit fast, but anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I just wanted to show you my new journal that I've made for someone. I don't know. Anyway, enjoy your day. Thank you for watching.